Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 38 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here at Twin Ring Motegi in Japan for the running of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 500. The last race of the regular season. We'll know which playoff drivers will be in the field after this race. On the pole for the race will be the 8 car of Cassandra Kirker. On her outside will be the 6 of Cassidy Reynolds. Row 2 will have the 43 Matthew Mdev and the 22 Brad Cheston. Row 3 has Giovanni Castillo and Mark Wallace. Row 4 with Nathan Alvarez and Nikki Maxwell. And Kamika Jazz and Derek Hamill round out your top 10. Last weekend's winner at Calder Park was Van Tracy Battle. She got her second win of the season in last weekend's race, and she'll be starting in the 32nd position. Let's go trackside now for the command to fire up the engines. And here we go. It'll be a 30-lap race to determine which drivers will make the playoff field here today. 20 drivers will be playoff drivers after this race. Cassandra Kirker, we know she's in the playoffs with 2 wins, I believe. Cassie Reynolds has a win. We know she's in the playoffs. Matthew Mdev is yet to win this season. He's looking to win here today to get himself in the playoffs. Brad Cheston has wins. Mark Wallace has wins. Giovanni Castillo does not. Neither does Nathan Alvarez, Nikki Maxwell, Derek Hamill, and Kamika Jazzen has a win this season. So a handful of drivers all looking to win today to lock themselves in the playoffs. Here we go. The regular season finale is about to go green. We're underway at Twin Ring Motegi. What a start by Matthew Mdev. He's going for the lead. 43. He's in the lead now. Impressive run by that team. All trying to get a win here to lock themselves in the playoffs. Mark Wallace going bottom. 3 wide battles behind him. Oh man, they're about to get intense, and now they're starting to wreck each other out. Oh man. Huge crashes, all trying to get those playoff spots. Oh, wow. Huge crash behind them, and that'll bring the caution out. They were wrecking each other one by one. All of them trying to get in the playoffs, trying desperately to make moves. Oh, man. But anyway, we're going to go back to the green next time by, and only 1 car's out of the race, believe it or not. Alexander Rowe is out in 40th. So we probably won't see him in the playoffs here this season. But we're going back to the green flag. The race continues. Great start by that 43 car. Cassandra and Mark Wallace going to try to catch up. Nikki Maxwell in the 19 car also trying to make her way into 3rd place. Oh man, ooh, wow, a little tight there, but the 19's hanging on. 22's trying to hang on as well. Here comes the 8 of Cassandra Kirker going for the race lead. And car number 8 has taken the lead from the 43. Kirker's out in front. Yeah, she started the regular season with a win at Daytona and now looks to end the regular season with a win at Twin Ring Motegi. Another caution's out. And this one's for Cullen Francis. Francis and a big crash behind them. And these guys going all at it, at each other, trying to fight for the playoff slots. These guys are not helping out the cause, and they caused a huge crash with a handful of cars involved. Oh man, big crash behind them. So let's see about pit stops under caution. Let's see what happens here, and they might pit under yellow. They're gonna pit under yellow right here. And who's gonna be out first off pit road? Lauren Martinez is out first off pit road. Is she a lap down though? Yes, she is. 43 comes out first off pit road. Over Kirker, though, the 8 car. And I'm not sure why she slowed up there a little bit, but no, yeah, she's gonna restart second. Never mind. Okay, I thought for a second there was an issue. 4 cars are out of the race. Chen Z, Vargas, DeLello, and Battle out after the wreck to bring out our second caution. So we're going back to the green next time by. Here we go. Lauren Martinez, a lap car, going to start in front of Matthew Amda. Will this play a factor in who wins this race? We're going back to the green. Oh, look at that A car going for the lead. Got the advantage of the 00 in the lap traffic. These guys are stuck up high. Look at Jazzen trying to go for it. They're making it 4 wide. Now they're making contact and they're starting to crash again. 77 is around. 13 is hit too. And a big crash, and all because of those slower lap cars that affected them. Oh man, that 00 was really slow. And these guys were trying to avoid the lap traffic, and they got caught in the middle of a wreck. Oh man. Guys wrecking left and right. And the A car is going to be out in front under caution on lap 14. Could be the stage winner here. At the halfway point will be after lap 15. They're going to pit again. Not sure why, because they just pit under caution, but I guess they had to do a retry. This time though, Brad Cheston's out first. How surprising. Brad Cheston came out first. So now the 22 is out in front. How about that? Oh man. Cassandra Kirker just can't catch a break off pit road. Anyway, we're going back to the green flag on lap 18. There'll be 13 laps remaining. And there you see the cars retiring. Hawkins is out, McShane's out, and Fast is out. And thank goodness the 00 won't be a factor in front of the leaders this time around. Brad Cheston in first place now, already with 3 wins this season. And he would love to get that momentum here heading into the playoffs with his 4th win it could be if he hangs on. We're going back to the green. Top 2, they've combined for 5 wins this season. Cheston with 3 and Kirker with 2. And Nikki Maxwell looking to get back into the swing, trying to get herself in the playoffs. She's been so close a handful of times, including the last race. She was 2nd in Calder Park. Now she's trying to finally win and get herself in the playoffs. And a caution's out, and this one's for Maxwell Smart. Maxwell Smart was hit from behind, and right here is where he spun. Daniel Price made contact, and now it's going to set up a race, a duel for the ages. Brad Cheston leads with a dozen laps remaining, and there'll be less than that when they get back to the green. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Brad Cheston, will he hold on against Nikki Maxwell? That 19 has been searching for the win. Let's see if Cheston can hold on, though. We're going back to the green. And look at that, playing spoiler, in 3rd place is Pichu. He's not going to be in the playoffs even with the win, but he wants to win so badly at this track. He won the very first race here, and now he wants to come back here and try again, this time in that 97 car. Boy, wouldn't that be nice to win in that car. 7 laps remain, and Nikki Maxwell just took the lead. The 19 is in front. Brad Cheston, though very tough. We'll see if he fights back. Here comes Pichu in 3rd. 3-car battle for the win. Johnny Garner, Castillo, Cardoza far behind these 3. And here comes Cheston trying to retake the lead. And he's got the 19. Makes the pass. Kirker on pit road, unfortunately. Bad day for her. And the 19 just went around out of 2nd place. Nikki Maxwell just went around. Pichu made contact. A heartbreaker for the 19. Oh my goodness. Pichu just turned around the 19. He was just going to win this race. He was going to win no matter what. Oh my goodness. Nikki Maxwell. I don't know if she's going to be in on points, but Oh, that is just a huge blow for the team. Oh, wow. Another race win slips away. Oh my gosh. Talk about drama. Oh, man. I don't know if Pichu was intending to do that or not, but the 19 got hit from behind on this corner, and Maxwell was turned. Did they bring the caution out before he... Yep, they did. 6 to go, and they might have a one or two lap duel to decide who wins this race. Oh man, Nikki Maxwell was on the verge of trying to get the win and get herself in the playoffs, and well, she had a crucial blow right here. Pichu spun out the 19. He was just trying to get the win. He was just trying to win no matter what, and he just took out the 19 on this corner. Oh my goodness. Huge implications in the playoffs, in the finale. That is insane. Brad Cheston will continue to lead. We'll see if he can hold on for a handful of laps. Let's see how many there will be when they get back to green. And there will be 2 laps to go here at Motegi. And this is not overtime yet, but if we get a caution before the white flag waves, we will run a caution-free 2-lap overtime attempt to determine who will win this race and possibly get their spot in the playoffs. Brad Cheston, though, he has 3 wins. He's going for 4 here tonight, heading into the playoffs. He might have the momentum going into the first round of the playoffs if he hangs on to win. Pichu's just trying to play spoiler. He's just trying to win in that car. And Giovanni Castillo also winless this season, looking to finally break through here today. A lot of storylines. 2 laps to go, though. In regulation, we're about to get back to the green. Here we go. Eli Bright going for 3rd place, and Brad Cheston so far having a good start. Oh, but look at Pichu. Don't count him out yet. Don't count out Eli Bright either. Coming to the white flag next time by. Here comes Bright with 1 lap to go. He could make an impact in this field. And there's the caution before the white. Zach Fitzwater just went around. It's going to come down to overtime in the regular season finale. Oh my goodness. This race is just probably the most intense I've ever done in a long time. Matthew Amdev was taken out. And then right here, the 4 car was spun. Not sure what that was about, but it's going to set up overtime here tonight. See who's going to get 2nd place. It looks like Eli Bright's going to get 2nd place from Pichu heading into overtime. So it's going to come down to a 2-lap dash to the finish to end our regular season. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be really, really, really good. You do not want to miss overtime. Everybody's coming back on track. 2 laps, caution free. It's all or nothing at this point, so you do not want to miss a minute of it. Now it's time to end the regular season, folks. Here we go. 2 laps, caution free overtime. Brad Cheston in front. We'll see if he can hold on for the win. Will any of these spoiler drivers, though, lock themselves in the playoffs with a win? It's going to be a fun finish. Here we go. 2 laps to go at Twin Ring Motegi. Brad Cheston looks to hang on for his 4th win of the season in a crazy race here in Japan. And here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Brad Cheston, a good start. Nathan Alvarez is going to try to follow for 2nd place, but Brad Cheston, though, he's pulling away. Is it going to be enough for him to win this race, though? White flag next time by. Here comes Nathan Alvarez. All of a sudden, comes out of nowhere for the lead. And now they're crashing behind them. White flag is out, though. Alvarez in the lead. All of a sudden, Nathan Alvarez making moves now. And here we go down the final corner. Final turn for Alvarez. Waited for the right time to make his move, and he got it. Off the final corner. Here he comes. Nathan Alvarez. He's in the playoffs. He's going to do it. He's going to collect the win in a shocking finish here at Twin Ring Motegi. 1-2 finish for the front row cars too, as the 38 was able to beat Pichu for second place. A 1-2 finish for Front Row Motorsports. And Nathan Alvarez, last chance to get in the playoffs, and he does it with a win. Alvarez, the former Championship 4 competitor, he has returned to the playoffs. At long last, that 36 car has a win, and it's going to be in the playoffs. What a finish. Nathan Alvarez just came out of nowhere and took home the win, and he's in the playoffs. What a finish, and his teammate came in second behind him. Just as equally impressive, the Front Row Motorsports cars with a 1-2 finish here in this race. That's amazing for this team. At the last second, they get the one of the final spots in the playoffs. We're going to have to see who exactly is in the playoffs. I'll be adding up all the points, everything, and listing the winners, organizing the winners and all that, and we'll show you who's in the playoff field, so you do not want to miss it. The reveal of the playoff field for season 38 is next. Alrighty guys, it's time to find out who is your regular season champion, and then we'll reveal the playoff field. So here are the rest of the drivers and their regular season point totals combined with their stage points as well, and the points they've earned from the races themselves. So we have Zach Fitzwater with 329 points, the lowest of all the drivers in the regular season, but he's in the playoffs with that one win. Maxwell Smart, 376 points. Should actually be higher than Alex Hawkins, who has 372 points. Eli Bright has 395. Jonathan Fast has 402 points and 2 playoff points that will carry over to the playoffs because he made the playoffs with a win. Edith Cardoza, 408. Christian Vargas, 409, and 2 playoff points he earned. And he's also a winner this season, so he is in the playoffs, and those 2 playoff points could help him out somehow. Priya McShane, 410. Kermika Jazin, 411. Daniel Price, 412. Steve Morgan, 424. He has 1 playoff point, but he is not in the playoffs because he does not have a win. We'll talk more about how those playoff points are going to be distributed among the non-playoff drivers a little bit. But first, Cassandra Kirker, 425. Kayvon Lewis, 428. Cassidy Reynolds, 429. Same for Cody Smart, but he does have the 1 playoff point, and we'll tell you more about them later. Chen Z with 440. Sharon Evans and Zachary DeLello each have 444. Colin Francis, 453, and a playoff point. Mark Walls, 456 and 2 playoff points, and he will use them in the playoffs. He has a win, so he's in. Alexander Rowe, 473. Wyatt Quell, 475, with a 1 playoff point. Ben Tracy Battle, same total, with also a playoff point. Pichu, 486, and a playoff point. Same for MDev and a playoff point. Lauren Martinez, 488. Chase Wisted has 490 and 1 playoff point. Justin Zeidel, Anthony then have 504 points each, but Anthony then has 2 playoff points. He'll use them in the playoffs since he is in. Derek Hamill, 508 and 1 playoff point. Nicky Maxwell, 520. Austin Stitzel, 523. Brad Cheston, 524. Johnny Gardner, and Cheston has 2 playoff points, I thought I mentioned, and Hamill has 1 playoff point, then has 2 playoff points. Johnny Gardner has 581 points. Should be ahead of Jackson Nansel, who has 572. And Nathan Alvarez, who has 579. And then there's Giovanni. Hold on one sec. Might have to give away some spoilers here. Little error there. Yeah, 581. I didn't even realize until after I added the points up. He should be ahead. Wow, he's second right now in points. Hard to believe. But anyway, Nantel has 572 points. Nathan Alvarez, 579 points. Toby Smith has 551 points. And 1 playoff point that he'll use for the playoffs, as he has 3 wins in the season. That's going to be critical for him to advance. And so now we have the top 3 remaining drivers in the top of the points heaps, and I saved them for later, didn't add them up because I wanted to do it live to reveal who would be the regular season champion. So we have 19 winners, by the way, this season, and here are all the drivers that have won a race to make the playoffs. 3 wins with Toby Smith and Brad Cheston, 2 wins with Johnny Gardner, Anthony Lopez, and Ben Tracy Battle, and 1 win with Austin Sitzel, Nathan Alvarez, Chen Z, Cassandra Kirker, Anthony Then, Maxwell Smart, Mark Wallace, Chase Wisted, Christian Vargas, Jonathan Fast, Cassidy Reynolds, Jackson Nantle, Zach Fitzwater, and Kamika Jazin. So 19 drivers in the field. We need one more driver to make the playoffs, and that is going to be the driver with the most points that does not have a win this season. Philip Goldberg has the chance to make the playoffs if he wins the regular season title. Otherwise, he might have more than enough points. Anyway, either way, to get in as the next highest driver without any wins in the point standings would be Nicky Maxwell, but Goldberg might be good to go either way. But we'll see if he wins the regular season title outright. So anyway, we're going to be adding up the final 3 drivers' point totals live to see who's regular season champion. So Giovanni Castillo has 551 points before, and we had 65 from the stages. His new total is now 616 points. And with 2 playoff points, well, he has 2 playoff. Wait, Giovanni Castillo doesn't have a win either, so he could be a champion of the regular season. Almost forgot to mention that. How about, wow? So it's either Goldberg or Castillo that's going to get the final spot in the playoffs. Anthony Lopez with 559 points. We already know he's in the playoffs because of his 2 wins this season. We had 65 to the total, and his new total is now 624 points. He is now the leader, and he has 4 playoff points, the most of any playoff driver in the regular season so far. So it is going to come, the regular season title is going to come down to either Anthony Lopez or Philip Goldberg. 593 points, and we add 49 to that, and the new total is 642 points, and now it is official. Philip Goldberg is now your season 38 regular season champion. Despite not winning a race this season, he has won the regular season title with consistent finishes, better than all the other drivers behind him. So Philip Goldberg will make up the last spot in the playoffs for season 38. There you go. Philip Goldberg is official. He is the 20th and final driver in the playoffs for season 38. So let me update a little bit, and then we'll add up the playoff points and see how many playoff points each driver is going to get. But anyway, Philip Goldberg is in the playoffs as the regular season champion, and despite not having a win this season, Giovanni Castillo would have been the next one to come up at 616 with 2 playoff points on his own. So what we're going to do with the playoff points for the drivers that did not make the playoffs, we're going to add them to their regular season totals. So 616 plus 2, Castillo will end up with 618. Let's see who else. Cheston's in, Smith's in, Hamill's not in, so 508 plus 1, 509. Anthony Then is in, Chase Wisted's in, MDev is not in, so 486 plus 1, 487. And he actually breaks a tie with Pichu in that battle. Oh, wait a minute, he does not break a tie with Pichu because Pichu one more playoff point as well for himself, so they're tied in points like it matters now because neither of them are in the playoffs. Van Tracy battle, 475 plus 1 playoff point. Oh, no, she's in. Wyatt Quayle is not in with 475 plus 1 playoff point. He's actually ahead in points over Van Tracy battle as the playoff points for the drivers that did make the playoffs turn into regular points. Mark Wallace fought 456, 2 playoff points. He's in the playoffs. Francis is not in the playoffs, 453 plus 1 playoff point, 454. And here's the rest. Cody Smart's not in the playoffs. He earned a playoff point. So we had his new total's now 430. Break a tie with Cassidy Reynolds. Steve Morgan missed the playoffs, so 1 playoff point comes a regular point, 425. He's tied with Kirker. However, Kirker would own the tiebreaker and wins. Vargas, 409 and 2 playoff points, and he's in. And finally, Fast is in with 2 playoff points. He'll add to his total in the playoffs itself. So we'll be back with adding up the playoff totals for every driver, and we'll reveal who's going to be the top seed heading into the playoffs. Alrighty, guys, it's now time to add up the playoff points for our drivers. Philip Goldberg with 1,000 points, and every driver is going to be starting with 1,000 points in the playoffs. So 1,000 for Philip Goldberg. We had 15 points for being the highest playoff driver in the regular season points. So his new total will be 1,015. Kamika Jazin, only 1,000 points, only a 5-point bonus for a win. So 1,005 will be her total. Same for Zach Fitzwater, 1,005. Jackson Nantle with 1,005 for a race win. And he has 6 points for being the 5th highest driver, playoff driver in the regular season points. 1,011. Cassidy Reynolds, only 1 win. She's up to 1,005. Let me just update this for 1 second so that I'm not confused. There we go. So here we go with Jonathan Fast with 1,000 points, 5 for a win, and 2 points for being the 9th highest playoff driver in the regular season points. So 1,007 he has. And by the way, Vargas has the same total. And he also had 2 points, by the way, for the stages. So Vargas had 2 points from the stage wins he got in his 1,007. And I believe Fast did the same thing too. And Chase Wisted with 1,000 points, 5 for win, 1 point for being the 10th highest driver, playoff driver in the regular season points, and 1 for a stage win. So is also 1,007. Going to be very tight to advance over into the next round with those points. And guess what? Mark Wallace does it too. 1,000 plus 5 points for win and 2 for stage wins. 1,007 as well. So 4 drivers will have 1,007 points going in. Maxwell Smart though only has that 1 win, and he gets 1,005 points. Anthony then, though, a little bit more, 1,000 points plus 5 for a win, and 2 for being the 9th highest playoff driver in the regular season points, and 2 for stage wins. So it's a total of 1,009 points. A little bit of leverage. Those points can make a difference. And Cassandra Kirker only had the 1 win, so she gets 1,005 points. And she also will have 1,005. Look at this. 5 drivers, 1,005 points, more than 1,007 with 4 drivers. And this playoffs is going to be very tight. And add another one because Chen Z will also have 1,005 points. He only has the 1 win as well. So make that 6 drivers with 1,005 points. It's going to be a very tight battle for the playoffs this season. 1,005 points for Nathan Alvarez. And we add 7 points since he was the 4th highest among the playoff drivers in the regular season points. 1,012 points. So he's a little bit ahead of Jackson Nantle. Austin Stitzel with 5 points and 3 points for being the 8th highest in the regular season points among playoff drivers. 1,008 for Austin Stitzel. Van Tracy Battle with like 10 points plus 1 for a stage win. She got 1,011 points. And 10 points, by the way, 5 for each win. Same for Goldberg, 10 points for his 2 wins, and 10 points for actually being the 2nd highest playoff driver in the regular season points. 4 for the stage wins, by the way, the most of any playoff driver in the regular season, and he has a total of 1,024. Johnny Gardner with 10 points, by the way, for 2 wins and 5 playoff points each, and 8 points for being the 3rd highest playoff driver in the regular season points. His new total is 1,018. And 2 more drivers to reveal. The drivers with 3 wins this season. 15 points each for Toby Smith, Brad Cheston. Cheston, though, with 4 points for being the 7th highest in the regular season points. And 2 points for the stage wins. And his new total will be 1,021 points. Still behind Anthony Lopez, though. So finally, Toby Smith, 1,021 points. He had 15 for the 3 wins, 5 for being the 6th highest in points in regular season, and 1 for a stage win. So 1,021 points, tied with Brad Cheston in the playoff run. So Anthony Lopez will be the highest seed going into the playoffs. And I should save this for future reference. There we go. Anyway, Anthony Lopez will have 1,024, Smith 1,021, along with Brad Cheston, 1,018 for Johnny Gardner, 1,015 Philip Goldberg, 1,012 for Nathan Alvarez, 1,011 for Jackson Nantle and Van Tracy Battle, 1,009 for Anthony Then, 1,008 for Austin Stitzel, 1,007 for Mark Wallace, Chase Wisted, Jonathan Fast, and Christian Vargas, and 1,005 for Chen Z, Cassandra Kirker, Maxwell Smart, Zachary Fitzwater, Kermika Jazin, and Cassidy Reynolds. So those are all the playoff drivers, a 20-driver field. My phone is ringing, and I got to go right now, and we'll see you guys next time for the All-Star Race.